Are you just so tired of all the financial advice out there that sounds great but just doesn't work in the real world? Well, you're in the right place. We're going to get super practical about how to stop feeling broke and actually start taking control of your money, even if right now you feel completely overwhelmed.
Okay, let's just get right into it. It's a feeling so many of us know, right? That constant low-level buzz of anxiety about money. You know, checking your bank balance before you buy a coffee, doing that quick mental math in the grocery store aisle. Why is it so draining?
And this quote, it just hits the nail on the head. It's not about the dollars and cents. It's the emotional energy, the mental bandwidth we spend, just trying to keep our heads above water. If you have ever felt that way, I promise you, you are not alone.
In fact, get this. Recent data shows that a staggering 48% of Gen Z is living paycheck to paycheck. That is nearly half of an entire generation feeling that exact same pressure. So this isn't some personal failing. It's a huge, widespread problem. And just knowing that is the first step to fixing it.
So, before we can start building new, healthy habits, we've got to understand what we're up against. In this first part, we're going to look at the money traps. Some are loud and obvious, and some are surprisingly quiet that are kind of designed to keep you broke.
All right, let's start with the loud ones. Get-rich-quick schemes. They totally prey on our desire for a financial shortcut. You've got pyramid schemes, where it's all about recruiting people, not selling a real product. Ponzi schemes, which just use new investors' money to pay off the old ones. And, if any investment or work-from-home job promises crazy returns for basically no effort or asks for an upfront fee, that is a massive, massive red flag.
Now here's what's really interesting. The quieter traps. These are the financial habits that seem harmless, but they just slowly eat away at your wealth. Like you get a raise and you immediately upgrade your car or your apartment. Boom, that's lifestyle inflation. Or maybe you're obsessing over a $5 coffee while you're ignoring hundreds of dollars in credit card interest. These are the habits that do the real damage over time.
So how do we actually break free from all these traps? Well, it starts by understanding our own psychology. And here's the key thing to get. Our brains are just not built for a world of credit cards and one click to buy. They're not.
This all comes down to a really cool concept called the pain of paying. It's that little sting you feel when you actually hand over your money. Think about it. That feeling is what makes you pause, what makes you reconsider a purchase. It's actually a good thing.
But here's the thing. Modern tech is basically designed to get rid of this pain. Just look at this comparison. When you hand over physical cash, the pain of paying is high. You feel that loss right away. But tapping a card or your phone, the pain is so much lower. It's frictionless, and the bill doesn't show up till later. This makes it incredibly easy to overspend without even thinking about it.
Okay, so we know the traps, we get the psychology. Now for the good part. A simple, real-world plan that works with your brain, not against it. And these are strategies you can literally start using today.
This right here is the foundation of every single healthy financial habit. It means before you pay rent, before you buy groceries, before you do anything else with your paycheck, you set aside money for your future self. It's a total shift from saving whatever's left over to making savings a non-negotiable priority.
A really great way to picture this is with the classic envelope system. It's basically what we call zero-based budgeting. You take your total income for the month and you give every single dollar a specific job. This much for rent, this much for groceries, this much for savings, this much for fun. When your income minus all those jobs equals zero, you know you're in control. But look, starting a whole budget can feel like a lot. So here is an incredibly simple rule to just start building the habit. It's not about math, it is all about psychology. It's called the $20 rule.
Here's exactly how it works. First, open a brand new savings account, totally separate from your checking. Call it something awesome like Freedom Fund or Future Me. Second, you set a simple rule. Maybe it's every time you get paid or every time a side hustle payment over $100 comes in. Third, and this is the most important part, every time that happens, you manually transfer $20. You have to physically do it. You need to feel that action. That is what builds the connection in your brain between earning money and saving money.
Believe it or not, that one small action is way more powerful than you think. It's the little seed that grows into something much, much bigger. So now let's look at how this tiny $20 habit can blossom into real financial security and help you build a life that actually feels rich to you.
This is the real secret. After a few weeks of doing the $20 rule, something incredible starts to happen. The story you tell yourself begins to change. You're no longer the person who can't save money. You are a saver. You have proof right there in your account. And your actions will start to follow that new identity.
And building that identity is so important because there's a real savings gap out there. This chart shows what percentage of each generation has at least 6 months of emergency savings. Look at that, almost half of boomers do, but only 20% of millennials. Starting now, even with just $20, is how you close that gap for yourself. And this is basically your roadmap. This is the path forward. You start with the $20 habit until it just feels automatic. Then you level up. Maybe you push it to $30 or $40. Your first big goal is a $2,000 emergency fund. That amount covers most of life's annoying surprises. And from there, you push for a full 3 months of expenses. It's a ladder. You just take it one step at a time. So I'll leave you with this. The difference between having $0 saved and having even just a few hundred, it's not just the money. It's the difference between panic and peace of mind. It's the shift from feeling like I'm screwed to knowing I can handle this. So what is the one small thing you'll do right now to get started? Whatever it is, you've got this. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to tune in for more money tips.